it going, everybody? Level M Diecast bringing you more Majorette action. We are going to cover this Dacia 1300 series. I know nothing about this car. I am collecting this solely based on the fact that it's Majorette and it's cool because it's different. It's something different. So there is the card art there. It says Dacia on there. These were got these traded. So technically, I guess you could say they were imported from Australia. It's about a $3, $3.50, somewhere around there, $4, somewhere around $4 conversion rate. That is $7.99 Australian dollars. This is the first one we're going to take a look at. This one is in Taxi Deco. It says Telephone 053. In case you want that particular taxi to come pick you up. There is 6 cars in the series. We got 6 cars to take a look at. Such a weird shaped model. There is the deets in the front. Looks pretty good. It did still lensed headlights with your Dacia logo there in the middle. Taxi is added on to the top. It just says Taxi on the front side of just one. This looks pretty good though. I like the wheels on here. Of course, suspension because it's Majorette. Holy cow. Super suspension in the back. Bottom that thing all the way out. Plate details, non-existent, but it does have the model number there. Looks pretty good. Dacia 1300. Tail light prints on there as well. Some bumper detail looks pretty good. Those are additional pieces. Does have opening doors as well. Doors are pretty stiff. Left-hand drive, very interesting. Very interesting that it's left-hand drive. I like the curvature of the door. Shows just the amount of detail that goes into this particular model. A little bit of detail on the inside of the doors, but not much. Not much at all. But not too bad. Very, very plain interior. I assume that this car in real life is it's a relatively boring car, but I'm sure it has some type of impact on society of some sort if Majorette decided to do it. 1/53rd scale is the model or the scale for each one of these Dacia 1300. So, and I do have one that's not an actual Dacia, so I'm kind of interested if that's going to say Dacia 1300 on the bottom. All right, next one up. This one is civilian style, just in solid black. So the model you'd get just, being a regular old citizen buying a car if you chose to buy a Dacia 1300. It looks really good in black. I'm not going to lie. Looks really, really good. So, this series is relatively old. I've had this whole series except for one model. Just until recently, I finally got the 6th model. So I always vowed that I would do a video for this. So I'm not really sure how much you guys will enjoy the Dacias or not. But I think it's cool. I think it's different. This one looks good. I like it in black. It's a very interesting design. It's kind of weird. Just kind of with the sloping back in here. It's a very, very odd design for a model. But I don't know. It could be, maybe it's European. I don't know if it's completely French or not. But maybe you can let me know. Next one up. This one just says 212. This is kind of a racing style deco, but not like full blown racing. It's just kind of weird. Just has 212 on the side, nothing fancy. The white striping goes all the way around. You can see how the brakes are. So the hood and the trunk are sprayed probably together, and then the side stripe is sprayed separately. They do appear to all have the exact same wheel, so they'll all have this 6-spoke wheel, which looks pretty good. They all, of course, have opening doors. They're all the same casting, but the details look pretty good. Nothing's going to change on the base or anything like that, but not a bad model, I guess. Throw that guy there. All right, moving through, we do have a Militia. So this is an authority car for sure. There's a little bit of light on the top. Again, that's added on. It's not part of the casting. That means these castings are drilled to put that blue light there on the top, which I think is cool. I think that's a cool detail so that you can have civilian versions. This one just in white and blue. I'm sure that there's modeled after an actual type of police or even militia itself in some country. I'm sure somebody can chime in. I do have a lot of viewers from Europe. I'm sure people are very familiar with this. So definitely going to check out those comments if you are curious, because I certainly am myself. But this one looks pretty good. Pretty straightforward. Really not a whole lot to report. Kind of repetitive over and over, but I do like the fact that we've gotten taxi, civilian version, kind of race version. Now we have police. And then we have like another super race version. This one is from Romania. So I'm not sure if that is this car's home market. Might be Romania. Again, gotta refer to the comments. Gotta refer to the community. They will hook you up with the right information. So this model is painted yellow completely, and you can tell. And then they add the blue and the red over the yellow. It's not bad, but it's just not very opaque. So really don't see too much of the details in there. And you can tell that there's yellow, paint underneath it. But it's much cheaper to do it that way, so I get it. I understand. Again, nothing super fancy. Just says Romania on the side. All the exact same front and rear details on it. They all have the same grille print. They all have the same print for the taillights, and they all say Dacia 1300 on the back. All right, last one in this particular series is the red one. This one is also civilian style. So very, very cool. We get a couple of civilian ones. I think this one looks way better than the one in black. Just because, in my opinion, this just looks like something you might actually see. The taillights are not printed up, which is fine. I mean, you could tell that they're taillights, but I like when they do like a darker red, so that at least the details show up on it. But that one's pretty good. It does have the little bit of, never noticed the grill print on the bottom, a little extra grill and the turn signals and stuff in the front, but they all have those details, which is pretty good. Now, I did mention that there was a Renault, so there is a Renault. So this one is the Renault 12. It is the exact same casting. Now, I don't know if the original car is a Renault and then it's rebodied or rebranded as the Dacia. Again, I'm sure somebody will chime in and set me straight on whatever details that is. The one thing I wanted to see, check that out. Absolutely, look at that. Majorette detail at its finest. It does say Renault 12 on there. They did change it, so that is super cool. Looks like it has the exact same outer print, but it is a Renault logo in the middle. So that is actually really, really cool. So they actually put forth some actual detail work on this one. This one has that really nice 5-spoke. I really like that wheel. I think that wheel looks good. Red, white, and blue Blette deco looks good. And then there's the details on the back. It just says Renault 12. If I can get that to focus, I do apologize. There we go. Super small print, but it does say Renault 12. Again, same old details like that. There's no, and there's not going to be anything different as far as the interior goes because it's the exact same casting. Same thing for sure. The door is, ooh, man, so stiff. Ooh, man. You've got to be careful. I'm always worried about breaking those or doing something wrong. So there you go. That is the Dacia 1300 series with the little Renault kick thrown in there. Again, I don't know much about this model. I just want to bring it to the channel because I like diecast, like different stuff, oddball stuff, and want to keep showcasing that for you guys. So anyways, there you go. Let me know what you think about those. I got more Majorette action coming down the pipeline as well. So stay tuned for those. Level and Diecast saying peace.